I keep, I'm not going to play any. All audio should come through my phones anyway. So if I accidentally launch something,
and you're live, Dave.
Chris, come on, go lay down. What's going on with the computer?
Yep, and I just got notification, so you're good to go, buddy.
Yep, I just got one too.
Hold on.
Yep.
My screen just went black.
Yep, there it goes.
It is working, so I have it.
Oh, there it goes. Okay, it came back through. I don't know what the hell that was all about. I think the dog's tail is something.
Why am I?
So when you're ready, just do your beginning spill, Dave. Oh crud, we got Air Marshal in here. Uh-oh.
Did it,
Hey.
I don't think the live stream started, bro. Maybe it did. Hold on, here it comes. Ah, there we go.
It did.
What a delay it's got tonight. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Dave's RC. 3 giveaways, guys. Reminding you to fly free or just go die somewhere. Tonight, got a guest, guys. You guys probably may recognize him, and at least recognize his voice from his videos. He's up from Lower Alabama. Getting some of that northern weather down there is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, there we go.
Enjoy that, you guys. Enjoy it, because you guys don't get it a lot. So enjoy the little bit that you guys are getting. If you guys are getting snow, that's excellent, awesome. It's not something that happens all the time down where you guys are from. So enjoy that. Take advantage of it. Go out and fly a plane in it. Go get stuck in your brand new Jeep.
Hey guys, how's everybody doing?
Yeah, so how's everybody doing tonight? Jeff, go ahead and introduce yourself real quick. Let everybody know what's up, man.
Just Jeff from Lower Alabama. I see you guys all the time. It's a pleasure to be here with Dave and Eric, and I see everybody that stops by. Hey, JT, Paul McNeil. I see you. What's up? Yeah, good times. Yeah.
It is. It's going to be, man.
Air Marshal, you have cold weather for a week every year. Just be glad it's just a week, buddy.
Oh yeah, I don't want to hear anything from Air Marshal or Jeff Custom RC, because you guys get beautiful weather all the damn time. You guys don't have to deal with none of this shit. You guys might get some rain and stuff like that. I see Ethan RC's in here. Good to see you in here, buddy. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate you guys stopping by. Nate, what's up, man? George Watts, how you doing? I gotta refresh my chat because it's all goofy. Let's see. EQ, Juice is Wild, Dennis Farley, Paul McNeil, 200 Driver, what's up, man? How you doing? RC Flyby, Scott Bot, David Snyder, Nathaniel Pulling. Did you guys get your t-shirts? Everybody.
Yeah, everybody's gotten their t-shirts, so.
Everybody's got their t-shirts, so good. Jet Tech Don, how's it going, man? Awesome. RC Air Marshal, Mr. Dave Marshall himself. Jermaine Spencer, what's up, man? So the second listen, guys, the second shipment of shirts that I'm going to send out are going to go out on the 1st. Just a really bad month for you guys. Okay. Unexpected bills came up and kind of screwed me over in a way, but it's okay. We'll make it. We'll live. We make it. We always make it through it. Wow, Bill, what's up, man? I thought I just seen your name pop up down there. I wanted to say hi. JCB67 said, "Yep, thanks. Got a shirt. Awesome, guys. I hope they all fit. I hope you guys like them."
I know Jeff Customs RC said his friend Brian that he has been mentoring was excited to get his shirt. So
good. I'm glad you guys like them. They are really. What are you doing over there? My wife's dancing in the background. You should get that on channel. We should get that on the channel. Oh man. Love the shirt, George Watt says. George, I knew you'd like it, man. They are really comfortable shirts, you guys. Like I said, I wear probably one every other day of the week. I've got a Dave's RC t-shirt on. Some of the older ones that we have. David Snyder says, Jeff from Alabama, good to see you. Spencer Keith. Spencer Keith is in here. What's up, man?
Looks like I love Spencer Keith. Air Marshal and Spencer are already getting acquainted in the comments.
Yeah. I love Spencer Keith. He's one of my favorites, man. I got to tell you that, man. I got to be honest with all you guys out there that Spencer had a great time with that guy at Jet Jams. I love the guy to death. He's just a super awesome guy.
He didn't saw logs when he slept either.
Can't wait to hang out with him again. He's just one of those guys that was just a real good time hanging out with him. Real smart, knowledgeable guy. You know what I mean? Down to earth. You know what I mean? Just a really, really nice guy all around. So.
Sorry, I'm laughing at the chat.
Michael.
Oh no. We better watch out, everybody. Not only do we have Squid Boy in here, we've got Rajka in here.
Yep.
Mike Marshall, that just means he outdid you since he did more than 3 rows of that emoji.
Michael Covington, you're an absolute boss, man. Thanks for the $50, bro. Definitely was awesome. It was an awesome gesture. I appreciate that. We didn't do a show last week, and Michael Covington donated $50 to PayPal. Anyways, no, it didn't matter that we had the show or not. Super awesome, dude. We really appreciate that, Michael. Obviously, that will go towards the next giveaway. But yeah, we appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. Mike Bird, how's it going, man? Yeah, you guys. So I got a lot of plane supply, man. But it just will not stop snowing, you guys. I mean, it's constantly every other day it's snowing, and it's like when you have a day to go out and fly, you don't have a cameraman. Then the next day, you get a cameraman, and then now it's snowing all of a sudden. So that's why we went out in the snow last week. I just said, screw it, we're gonna go out and we're gonna fly in the snow. I don't even give a shit. I don't care if the plane crashes. I don't care if we get water damage on anything. I just don't care. I'm gonna go fly. And we did, and we got stuck, and we paid the price for it. And I ended up getting sick. My hand was frostbitten a little bit. Just a real mess of a time afterwards.
And then your tooth flared up on you.
Oh yeah, and then I have a tooth that actually needs to be pulled, you guys. It was actually fixed like twice, and it just keeps breaking. So I have to actually just get it pulled. So my face was all swelled up, and I was sick on top of that. But you know what? I'm a grown ass man. I toughed it out, and we just needed to take a break last week. That's all. I just got some sleep and rested it off, and I feel a lot better now, you guys. But we do have a lot of plane supply. Paid the price for going out and flying in that snowstorm, but it was worth it. It was worth it. If I had to make the decision all over again, I would have done it. I would have done it again because it was just fun going out there and hanging out with my brother and just having a good time with him. And he absolutely loves the planes. He thinks they're awesome. He wants me to fly the thing like 2 inches over his head while he's filming it. I'm like, you're crazy, man. We can't do that. That's dangerous. If that prop hits your face, you're not gonna have a face anymore. But he's really excited to see a jet. He has not seen a jet yet. The only planes he's seen are prop planes. He really wants to see a jet. So I'm hoping that we can have the snow kind of harden up overnight. That way him and I can go fly a jet tomorrow. He's actually coming to stay the night tomorrow night. Still dancing back there, are you?
So guys, while we have Jeff on tonight, whether he's talking or not, if you have any questions, I'm keeping an eye on the chat. So if you have questions, definitely ask. I'll try to stay on top of it. Recommend about your Jeep, Dave.
Jeep's fine, man. I just got to get tires put on it, man. And this month is a bad month. A bad month for it. I mean, the tires that are on there would be great if it was summertime, but it's not. It's winter time. I need winter tires, so I'm probably going to end up getting some new tires put on it relatively soon. Because if we get another storm like that, that Jeep should never get stuck like that. A Grand Cherokee should never ever get stuck like that. The tires are just pizza cutters right now. They need to be changed out.
Look what Reckham just said in his comment.
Oh boy. Pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty good. Typical Friday night stuff.
You guys are crazy, man.
So is there
Roy, you're a
anything
disgusting
else?
man. You're disgusting. You're a disgusting human being.
Is there anything else you want to cover, or do we want to let Jeff start talking and letting us know a little bit about himself?
Yeah, man. This is about Jeff, man. We're here tonight to get to know a little bit about our buddy Jeff. We see his videos. He's got a YouTube channel. You guys go over and check him out. Make sure you like, subscribe, do that thing, turn on the notifications. Also do the same for me. Also do the same for Eric. We all have YouTube channels that we're trying to build, guys. For whatever reason, it's probably just the way I'm doing my videos. My thumbnails have gotten a lot better. My wife is drinking. She's having some rum and coke, you guys, and she's having a good time, and she's getting ready, because after this, we're gonna go bowling, and I'm gonna beat her drunk ass at bowling. I always tell her, don't drink before we go bowling, because it's just gonna be easy peasy. I'm just gonna whoop your ass every time. So please don't drink too much before we go. And then she does. She ends up drinking, and then she's like throwing the ball here and there. When she doesn't drink and she's focused, she's a damn good bowler, man. I mean, she's an average 150, 160 bowler. So not bad. That's actually not bad for a girl that throws a straight ball.
That's
Real
pretty good.
quick, could you go over what's going on with the batteries for Craig, Dave?
Oh, so apparently we have a package thief. You guys already knew about that because sit down, buddy. Sit. The batteries were delivered, and when I went to the mailbox to get them, they weren't in the mailbox. The last time this happened, the neighbors out front had my package. I ended up getting it back because the right person answered the door, and they're like, "Oh yeah, I see a package here." It was all ripped open, and the label was scratched off of it, and it looked like they were just trying to destroy my name. The box was all beat up, and it was like they obviously were going to steal the box, steal the package, and then when they opened it and realized that it wasn't, because on the side of the box it said fragile. It has a fragile sticker on it because obviously they're lithium batteries. They could catch on fire. You know what I mean? So they're hazardous. And they saw that fragile sticker on the box. Well, I think what happened this time is they did it again. I called my mother-in-law and I said, "Listen, is there a package that showed up? It says that it was delivered." And she says, "No, I haven't gotten anything, but I haven't checked the mailbox." So I went over to the house, just right around the corner. I went down to the house, went in the mailbox, nothing in the mailbox. Went up to the house, asked everybody up there, did you guys see a package? Nope, nobody's seen a package. So I've already put in a claim and a complaint with with Amazon and with the I can't remember who's the sender for that's the next person I got to call, actually, is who actually sends the packages for Amazon. Is it FedEx or the Postal Service?
It depends.
I think if I remember correctly.
For me, especially now that I have a hub here where I'm at, or warehouse, a lot of times it's just Amazon dropping it off. But if you're somewhere not near an Amazon warehouse, it can be pretty much any of the postal carriers that drops it off.
Yeah, because I just go on the Amazon page. It doesn't really, Amazon just shows you whether or not it's been delivered or not. Anyways, the package was delivered, you guys. I got my phone beeps when something gets delivered, whether it's through FedEx or UPS. I have it set up. It'll make that noise right there when something's delivered. The package got delivered, and the package wasn't there, you guys. And mysteriously, the white car that was there the last time my package got taken is there again now. So I asked the old man. He's an old veteran. I asked the old man. I was like, "Listen," I was like, "last time this happened, you told me, yeah, those kids, you don't really care for them too much. I guess they're his son. They're his sons, or his wife's sons' kids. The son is the older man. It's his son that comes over and stays. But they're like my age. They're like 35, 36 years old. The wife's probably about my wife's age. They have a couple of kids that live with them, and yeah, man. So It looks like the package got stolen, you guys. That's what it really looks like. So I just reordered the batteries. I put in a claim with Amazon, and I reordered the batteries. The new batteries are on their way. Craig, I'm sorry this is happening, man. This is crazy. It seems like a lot of this shit is taking place lately where when I send a package out to somebody, it doesn't get to them on time, or it takes forever to get to them. Reckham Roy's, when I sent his package, it took forever to get to him. The first package with batteries that I ordered was for the Zero and the FMS Zero that I have, and they tried stealing those too. But apparently, somebody had some honesty in them and handed me the package, even though it was all beat up and it looked like it had deliberately been ripped open and torn into, like they were going to steal whatever was in it. And they obviously made that mistake once. I confronted the grandfather about it and told him what happened. And so this time they probably stole the box and realized, oh shit, it's batteries again, but we can't give it back to him in this condition this time again. You know, we're going to get in trouble. This is the second time, you know, if we get caught this time, he's probably going to call the cops on us. So they're probably scared. But it's just ironic that the white car's there again and the package came up missing. My brother-in-law had something show up there that was also stolen. So, I mean, it's just, we have package thieves, you guys, and the reason I have all my stuff sent to my mother's house is because it's out there. It's out there in the middle. What are you yelling about?
So, Dennis, if they ship it through ground post office, I've had batteries from Hobby King come ground.
Sorry, my wife's in the background doing weird shit. Yeah, so I reordered the batteries. That was another thing that actually killed me too, because I thought they took the money out of my account already for the batteries, and apparently they didn't. So as my accounts, my funds are getting lower, I was like, okay, I got this much money left for the month, and then all of a sudden I looked, I had my appointment to go to. He's a cash doctor. I got to pay him cash out of my pocket. When I looked, the money for the batteries got taken out like 2 days before, like 2 days before or prior, and so I didn't even have the money to go to my appointment, man. So I had to finagle some things to come up with some money so that I could at least go to my appointment, because cash doctors are not cheap around here, man. They're pretty expensive.
So Dave and Jeff, it's Grandpa probably. Dave and Jeff, I have to go look at my washing machine with my dad, so you guys keep going with the show. I'll be back shortly, okay?
Yep.
Is your washing machine running?
It's leaking.
Gotta go catch it. Oh.
Oh, he said it's leaking. He didn't answer it right. Yeah, he didn't answer it right. All right, there you go. So Craig, I'm sorry, man. The batteries are on their way again. I mean, that's all I can tell you. They're on their way again for the third time. Here we go. We're doing it again. I usually don't have this problem with Amazon. Usually, last time I ordered batteries from them, they were here in like 4 days, 5 days. I think I ordered those off my wife's account though, off her side. But it shouldn't matter what account I ordered them from. This is the third time in a row where I've had some bad luck with Amazon packages. So this time the package is not to be delivered at the mailbox. It's supposed to be delivered to the door. Period.
Wow.
Nothing RC anymore. I always put in a note in the comment box. It's to be delivered to the door. So, which means they have to drive up a pretty long driveway to go deliver it up there, and that's why they'd rather not do it. But if I have to have somebody start signing for this, I know you can pay extra money so that you can make it so that somebody has to sign for something. And if that's what I have to do from now on, that's what I'm going to have to do, because stolen or lost packages really suck. They put a cramp in your style.
Reckham, I sometimes get my Amazon in a day.
Yeah, sometimes we get ours real fast here too if we order something from Amazon.
So,
yeah, in the past, it's come real fast. Yeah, it's always come real fast in the past, and it's always been there. I've never had this problem before with Amazon. I'm still waiting on a refund from the first packages. I'm still waiting on that refund from the first packages that didn't show up.
Yes.
So I haven't even gotten the refund for that yet, and I had to dish out another $200 or whatever it was. I think the battery order came to like $225 because I ordered a battery for myself. Or no, it was $315. That's right, it's $315 because I ordered 2 5,000s and a 6,000 and a 4,000 or a 5,000.
But you get a bulk price with HRBs, which makes it a really good deal when you do that.
Yep. That's exactly why I stack them like that one. And the HRB batteries are great, man. I said if anything happens this time, I'm just gonna go to the hobby store. I'm gonna buy 2 smart packs and I'm gonna send them off to them. If anything happens this time around, crossing my fingers that it doesn't. I'm praying that it doesn't. If something goes wrong this time, like I said, I'm just going to go to the hobby store. I'm going to buy 2 6S Smart batteries, and I'm going to send them to. That's like a $300 value. I'll be sending off to what's his face, and he'll deserve it because he's waited for so long.
And we got Randy taken care of.
Randy's taken care of thanks to Eric. Eric helped me out this month and took care of Randy, but I also sold him a plane too. So that's how that worked. He took care of Randy, and I sold him a plane. Just a bad month financially, you guys. Just a bad month. We usually don't have months like this. I usually have plenty of money to get me through the month, and then some. You know, this month was just particularly bad because a massive payment came out of my account without my permission, pretty much. Well, with my permission, but without my permission. It's complicated. It's confusing. It's not really complicated or confusing. It's just that's what it was. I signed something a while ago that said that they could take a lump sum payment, and that's what happened. They did. They took a lump sum payment. It was like $400, and it was.
So, a while back, Jeff, George asked us to tell us about your show. So maybe like what your plans are with your show.
Well, I don't really have a lot of plans. I'm going to go out in the garage here as soon as it warms up a little bit and do a few things. But, you know, just to talk maybe about the weekend's flights and find out what everybody's been flying and things.
Yep.
Some of my buddies that I used to fly at the beach, one of them, Rick, he watched last night. But I'm going to have to figure out how to turn closed caption on so he can participate because he doesn't hear like computer sounds very well and all that, so I got to try to do something for him. But yeah, it's just I just have fun, you know. I enjoy flying, and I enjoy meeting our people that like to fly planes. And these days there's not much that we can do in person until the fly-ins happen and stuff, and we get to go to them and everything. And I just enjoy it. I've enjoyed making videos and sharing flights and trying to help people with their settings on the planes. I get asked questions all the time about the different planes that I have, and I just enjoy it.
That's a big one. When people go to fly a plane for the first time, if someone else has flown it already, you really want to get inside of their head and figure out, what was your low rate, what was your high rate. That's a big deal, man. Like I asked Guniak in particular because I've seen him fly this F5 Tiger a lot. He has an old one. It's all beat up, but I tell you what, that thing still flies like a rocket. And I asked him what his throws were on his radio for his plane, and he kind of does it the same way that I do it. He only wants one rate, period. He doesn't want a high rate, a low rate. He finds a comfortable rate and he sticks with it, and that's kind of like what I do. I do have a low rate and a high rate, but I want to find that intermediate one where it's real comfortable for me to fly. Usually it's most of the time in all instances when I first start out, I put a high rate and a low rate in. It's always most likely the lower rate that I'm going to end up sticking with. The high rate's just a little bit too high, and sometimes the low rate that I have actually needs to be dumbed down a little bit as well. So like you said, it's always good to hear from someone that's actually flown a plane first to get in their head a little bit to find out what their throws are. Throws are important. You guys all know that throws are important. You can take off with a plane, and if it's too touchy, it's going to end up like my Sky Sword. And that thing was up on its back before you knew it. All I was doing was trying to make a banking turn, and the ailerons were so touchy that when I just tapped it to bring it on its side to turn, it did a complete flip over onto its head, and she was in the ground before you knew it. So it's always good. It's always good to be able to find out what other people's throws were. You're gonna get me demonetized because of that song, you know.
Well,
You're gonna get me demonetized because of your music.
you got to remember these planes, especially foam ones.
Because of your 50 Cent music. Because your rap music, it's destroying the world. Damn rap music. That was not 50 Cent. That was not a song playing. That's actually my son. He's singing in the bedroom.
Playing video games probably too.
Yeah, that is a video game. That is not 50 Cent. That is not a song from 50 Cent. Yeah, they'll demonetize you quick. I remember a lot of Ryan's videos that he wanted to put up. He couldn't from Jet Jams. He couldn't because the damn music's playing in the background. I remember one time he turned around. And he's like, "Hey, shut the music off, guys. You know, turn the music off. We're trying to do videos here. You can't have the music playing in the background when we're doing videos."
Yeah,
but there were certain times when the music wasn't playing and we could get our videos done. But I just remember that time in particular. He turns around and he's like, "Hey, man, shut the music off. I'm trying to do a video here. You're gonna get me demonetized."
Yeah, I think the guys at the beach, they used to play music just to try to foil me videoing them fly.
Yeah, man, they do. I swear that's probably something that they think of. They know you'll get demonetized if music's in the background. This video will probably get demonetized. Not that I monetize any of the Toe of the Line episodes anyways, but this video will definitely get demonetized for that music in the background.
Wreck 'em call who it probably was. So how long have you been doing RC aviation, Jeff?
I started when I retired from the Army, so February '09 is when I started flying.
Jeff, you were in the Army, bro?
Yeah, I retired.
Get out, man.
22 years in 2009 from the Army. Yeah.
Oh my God, dude. Oh my God, I didn't know. I had no clue, man. I had no idea you were an Army guy.
Yep.
That's awesome. I mean, I retired also, but in a different way.
Yeah,
You did the long haul. You took the long road.
Yeah, I took the long dumb road, but no, I don't regret it. I had a good time, man. It was fun.
I wish I could go back and do things a
Sad
little different
and fun.
again, maybe not get hurt.
Yeah.
That would be great. Just avoid that day completely. That would. I mean, my goal when I went into the Army was to wipe it out. I wanted to follow in my father's footsteps and at least do that. That was the goal going in. That was what I was trying to accomplish, and unfortunately, it didn't work out that way. My injuries were bad, guys. I cracked my vertebrae and slid 4 discs. Man, it was bad. It was bad. It was not a good day. It was probably one of the single-handedly the most painful thing I've dealt with in my life. That was very, very excruciating. Not at first. It took a while before the pain actually started to settle in, but and then I deal with it every day. My back is absolute mess. Sometimes when I get up in the morning, I can't even sit up. I have to have my wife sit me up. That's how bad my back is. There's literally, if I try to do it myself, the pain is just so. Even when she's pulling me up, it's excruciating. I wish I could have, but I wish I could have. I wish I could have stayed in the military. I really do. It was. Congratulations to you for retiring at 22 years. My dad also did 22 years in the Navy.
Yeah.
That's kind of what my plan was, man. Congratulations, man. I know what kind of dedication and what kind of sacrifice that takes to be able to accomplish that. So congratulations to you for that, man. That's awesome.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank everybody for what they're saying and stuff. Yeah, it was, it's life.
Lots of sacrifices. What did you retire as? It had to have been like an E7, E8.
Yeah, I was a E7. My MOS got stacked pretty thick at E7. So yeah.
What was your MOS?
I was a 25 Bravo, a computer programmer.
Yes.
Airborne computer programmer, special ops support, special operations support.
That's what I should have done. That's honestly what I should have done. I scored a 91 on my ASVAB. That's what they wanted me to do. They wanted me in a seat doing techie shit, and I didn't want to do that. I wanted to play with bombs. I wanted to play with explosives. I wanted to go to sapper school and all that stuff. It never ended up happening. But that's what I wanted to do. So the best fit MOS for me for that was a 51-B Bravo dash Bravo, which was a carpentry masonry specialist. But you also have a secondary cross training as a demolition, how to dismantle landmines, how to take them apart, how to find booby traps on landmines, the whole 9 yards. Just kind of fun. It was real fun. I enjoyed it a lot. Then I went back later and redid my MOS and went back as an 88 Mike, which is a truck driver.
With that ASVAB, you went to 88 Mike. That's crazy.
I wanted to learn how to drive a big rig. That's what I wanted to do. And I was actually the only one in my damn platoon that could actually drive that big rig. So my Uncle Tommy was a truck driver for many, many years. He taught me how to drive rig a long time ago. When I was a kid, like 10 years old to 15 years old. Once in a while, I'd go see my Uncle Tommy, and he would let me drive that big rig of his, man. And I'm telling you right now, it was I wanted to do it. I was in love with it. I was like, this is what I want to do, man. I want to do this for sure. For the rest of my life, this is what I want to do. And I kind of remembered that as I went for my re-MOS to redo my MOS. And it was great, man. It was awesome. I didn't end up driving truck mostly at all. The job that I ended up doing was mostly just driving around in an SUV or a Humvee.
VIP driving.
Yeah, it's kind of like VIP driving. I was just driving people from different bases, different airports and helipads, and taking them to wherever they needed to go. Most of the time, I didn't know their name. Most of the time, I wasn't supposed to know their name. Some of them could have been CIA agents. Some of them were definitely military. Some of them would show up in civilian clothes, but they would be military. They were very important people is what they were, and I was trusted to give those guys rides in an all bulletproof Humvee and an all bullet like a completely explosion proof expedition. Just really fun job. Some of them were nice. Like I was telling Eric, I met this colonel one time, super awesome. Just an awesome guy. He was in civilian clothes, so he wasn't supposed to tell me like who he was or where he was going, but he was so open about everything. He was just a really nice guy. Awesome dude. And he asked me, he said, so what happens if we get ambushed? And I was like, well, I mean, we could pretty much sit inside of this thing and get hit by anything, up to an RPG, and we'll be fine inside. He said, how much does this thing weigh? What's the gas mileage, or what are you getting for gas mileage in this thing? I'm just like, I don't know, man. The thing's about 4,000 pounds heavier than what it's supposed to be. We probably get about 4 or 5 miles to the gallon.
If not worse, because you have to have the AC on too.
Yeah, so that's where the expedition came in. Like there was 3 expeditions, 3 black expeditions, all blacked out, all tinted out, bulletproof tires, bulletproof everything. The bottoms of them were armored. The windows were thick bulletproof glass. You couldn't actually roll them up or down. The windows were stationary. Even in the expeditions, they were molded into the door frame. There's no rolling the windows down. So yes, there's obviously AC in there.
Bulletproof glass.
This
is too heavy to have.
So it's a necessity. It was a necessity, And sometimes, well, mostly all the time, what we would do is when someone showed up, the intel that the enemy could have said that guy was showing up that day. So what we do is we have the guy that's getting into my truck or whoever's truck that day, and then we'll have just another person get into another truck, and then another person gets into the other truck, and all 3 vehicles take off at the same time. So you don't know what vehicle the person's in. You would have to guess. You would literally have to guess. One vehicle goes this way, another vehicle goes this way, and then the vehicle that I have the guy in will be going to where he's supposed to be going. So if it's a really important person, like we had a couple of CIA agents that came through there, and they were either CIA. Yeah, they were CIA. They were definitely CIA. You could tell just by their demeanor, their swag, that they weren't military. They definitely weren't military, but they were some type of something. And CIA agents can be pretty badass, man. Those guys are pretty tough. Those guys are put it this way, they don't even carry a pistol when they're in country. They don't even carry. They have knives. They use knives, so they're pretty quiet about their killing, I guess. They don't. But yeah, man, the CIA agents, they'll actually just fucking have you roll up the window that's there. There's actually, it's kind of like a limousine, and there's a window there, and it's also bulletproof, and it's also tinted as well, mirror tint. And if they didn't want to talk to you, if they didn't want your company, or they didn't want you to talk to them, they'd actually roll it up. And I tell you what, those CIA agents, as soon as they got in, they rolled that window up. They didn't want to talk to me. They didn't want to know nothing about me. They probably knew everything about me already, as a matter of fact. But they didn't want to talk. They didn't want. It was like there was no information getting passed back and forth. Not even, how's your day? Nothing. They roll that window up. You take them to where they're getting, and then they get out. And that's that. And so it was pretty cool. That was what I did for my second job over there, and that was awesome. That was actually pretty cool. And then in my spare time when I wasn't driving, because of my carpentry and masonry background, I would actually build shelves and cupboards and stuff like that, and the officers' rooms and stuff like that. I would actually build them shelves, and I built this one guy a closet, a stand-up closet. I built a box because this guy found a lizard. It was a little lizard he found out there, and the thing wouldn't leave his side. As soon as that lizard met that guy, he would not leave his side. He put him down on the ground. That lizard would follow that guy wherever he went. So the thing would just sit on the guy's shoulder, and he says, "Look, man, I need something to put him in at night." So I built him a nice box with ventilation. I put a piece of plexiglass in the front that opened up, so he had this nice little indoor habitat for his lizard. Just a few things that I did. It was actually pretty cool. It was different. The first time going over and the second time they were completely different.
Okay.
But yeah, lot of fun, you guys. I had fun. Liked my job. Liked what I did. But computers, programming computers. What's that all about?
I had to do that a little bit with drones because they didn't always
I was working
work like they're supposed
I worked
to.
at a software center, and then special assignments and things like that, that I did, and yeah, the little special operations support that involved a lot of things, and that was fun and a good job, and different things. I've done different things, gone to different places and stuff. Some good times, some sad times.
We've all lost friends. I know that. I know. I lost a couple of really good friends that I had here. Out of our graduating classes, we were some of the first person to ever step foot over there. And one of my best friends, Jason Swagger, he ended up dying over there in a really sick, horrific way. And it was just absolutely sad. I thought for sure that I would be the one to die over there, and he would be the one to come back. Just because he was just that good of a person, I was kind of an evil kid and did some evil shit when I was younger, and I thought, I'm gonna meet my demise over there, and I'm okay with that. I'm fine with that. I'll come to grips with it, and that'll just be that. But unfortunately, it was him that passed away over there, and it was pretty sad, man. So yeah, you have some rough ones. You have some rough times and rough days afterwards too. Like Eric, he's having a bad week this week. His PTSD's kicking up. Apparently this time a few years ago when he was in, this is when they actually deployed over. And when you get around to that deployment date, it's almost like an anniversary each time. You know what I mean? You start remembering things. You start remembering the stuff that you did and what happened. And Eric's been dealing with that this week because this was around his deployment date.
Well, I was already in Iraq, but we got moved to an area that was, even though back here in the States they said it was nothing happening in Iraq, we were basically on the front lines, so.
What did you say? You said you had,
What's that, Dave?
Sorry, I was just checking PayPal to give everybody shout-outs for PayPal that had. I was just gonna say thank you, George, man. You didn't have to do that, man. You have no idea how much I love George, man. Most caring, most giving, most, just thanks, bro. That's all I'm gonna say. Thanks, man. If any other PayPals come in, you guys, I'll shout them out. But it's just George for right now.
What got you the bug into RC, Jeff?
Oh,
Yeah.
I guess I've always had it. As a kid, I loved aviation, planes, like going out to the airport and watching the National Guard fly in and out. And, just like we were one day at the high school flying kites, and there was a guy there with an RC plane, and heck, this was back in the 60s. So, you can imagine what kind of, he's probably using some of Kenny's stuff that he has.
Got
there
that big antenna
in
sticking
the
off of it. Got a big old Y at
Old
the end.
AM radio.
Yeah, and then different places I was stationed in the Army, we'd go out and watch them fly sometimes. And yeah, when I was stationed at West Point, the cadets had an RC club, and and I'd watch them fly. But when I wasn't going TDY, I spent a lot of time on the Hudson River sailing. I like to sail boats, so that's that.
What do you think about an RC sailing boat? You know what I mean? All it would take is just a small battery and a servo.
Yeah, I've got several videos up. I've got a
Well, do you have a sailboat? You have
Yes.
an RC sailboat?
Yes, I sure do. Yeah.
I haven't seen it, Jeff. I'll have to look on your channel and check it out.
Yeah, I have a Dragon Force. I have a Dragon Force 65. Right. It's
You
a
might have to
fun
take the background off.
it's a fun boat to sail.
So, Jeff, Mike Bird is asking, what is your favorite plane to fly?
Wow, that I have right now. I'd have to say the Arrow's F-15 is my favorite plane to fly, even though I haven't quite completely gotten to know it yet. But yeah, I'm close. It should be a matter of just a few more batteries, and I should be able to really rip it up pretty well.
So the Arrow's F-15 is nice then? You like it? It's a good
Oh, yeah.
it's a nice plane?
Yes,
Yeah?
I think it's a great plane, man.
Wow.
Part
No,
of the weight
I-
ratio on it's pretty good.
I've got the big free wing one. But unfortunately mine is one of the last models off Motion RC's shelf that had that old, slow, pathetic system in it. So it's a dog. It's an absolute dog. It will take off, but you're going to have to go through your first turn and maybe your second turn to get that thing up to speed. That's just.
That was before they came out with the newer one with the Inrunner.
Yeah, we're supposed to get a big dump truck load of sand, and we're gonna spread that out to try to smooth out our runway. But what I've been doing is driving up and down. Like when I get there, I'll drive up and down 6 times. But the last weekend, I never once took off in my tire tracks that I had to smooth it out. And it
Yeah,
was
I
like,
know.
what a dummy! I was thinking, like, what a dummy.
What you got to get is a tamper, man. One of those old school tampers, man. We had them when I was an engineer. You have to put the crank in the front of it and get it to crank up and turn on, and then it starts. And you just go back and forth. If you push down on it, it comes backwards. If you pull up on it, it goes forwards. It's just.
Yeah, it's like a buffer.
Yeah, it works just like a buffer, except that it won't go out of control.
Hey, Dana, did you hear that? They're stealing all your sand to make their runway level.
Oh shit.
Dana's always talking about sand, so.
What transmitters do I use? My main transmitter is a DX9, and for my sailboat, I have a Fly Sky. Just a little cheap $39 transmitter that shows the battery power left in the boat. So that's pretty cool. And then I've got a Radio Master that I'm starting to use. I really like the Hall effect gimbals. Those things are nice, man. They make it kind of hard to fly at the DX9 after flying with the Radio Master.
You don't have to rip it open. You just go poke.
So you got the same radio that Air Marshal. In fact, did the other night he did a live of. They sell a bunch of upgrades that makes the radio look pretty.
Yeah, well, I bought the silver one, so mine's pretty enough for me. I want it to look kind of. I want it to have some dust on it, maybe some rain marks from flying it, and for some use. So, that's what I'm after.
Your radio?
Well, I want it to look used.
Oh yeah. My
Right now,
DX9
I only have one
DX9
plane on
brand
it,
new.
but I've got some new receivers, so I should be able to get them bound. I've got
And those
one bad
actually, the Radio Master receivers, if you're an FR Sky person, work with the FR Sky transmitters.
Yeah, they're FR Sky is what they are, I believe.
Oh, okay, yep.
Which is cool
Have you
because
started?
the FR Sky receiver is $20+, and you can get some of those Radio Master ones for 10 or 15 bucks.
Eric, have you started using your XD9 Plus, or are you waiting on that receiver to come?
Oh, I have a receiver.
So have you used it yet? Have you tried it out yet?
I tried it on my drone, but I did something wrong when I set it up, and so it was sending it into a crazy mode that where it would just fly backwards without any inputs. But I've since fixed that and need to just put it back on there because I like the gimbals on it better than my
I'll turn the camera. I'll turn the camera.
2X7 for my drone.
That's just terrible. Dana's having his basement flooded and destroying everything. That's just sad.
Dana, the same thing happened to my parents, and all my pictures from basic training, AIT, Korea, all my pictures that I had are 100% destroyed. My mom found a couple of them lingering around, but I think that was because that was in a photo album that I had upstairs. But she told me, she's like, I got your pictures, Dave. She says, there's not a lot of them, but she said, I do have your pictures here. And the rest of them got destroyed in that flood, along with a lot of all my furniture that I had with my ex-wife. It all got destroyed. Everything got destroyed.
This is
So I
my
understand. I
receiver
know
for
the
my
feeling.
B2 that EQ and you helped me get, Dave.
Oh yeah.
Because the battery hatch on the inside of that B2 is pretty tight. So it's real thin too.
Oh, Eric, when you get your box, dude, just know that all the hardware is in the canopies of every plane. You
Okay.
got it? All right, just so you know.
Cool
All
beans.
the hardware, there's actually, for all those planes, there's actually not a lot of hardware. The only plane that actually had a lot of hardware because it's a biplane was the Dynam Fitz Python. But I
That's okay
squeezed
with me.
4 fucking planes into that box, bro. 4 planes into that box. It cost $356 to send, and Eric paid every penny of it, by the way. So, but there's over $1,000 worth of planes in the box, you guys. I mean,
It'll be
it's,
Christmas next Thursday for me.
Wow.
yeah, it was a good deal for Eric. He's getting 4 planes from me. So I hope he enjoys those. What do you got coming here? Oh yeah, the Dynam Tempest.
Which
The
I have a prop
Dynam
for that
Fitz
coming.
Python.
The Tempest, the Skytrain,
Yep.
the Freewing 70mm F-16, and then that Pitts
Python.
biplane.
Yep. Oh yeah, the Freewing F-16. That's a nice plane. That is a nice plane. We only put about 4 flights on that plane, but that was enough to realize that it was a good flying plane. And then I just kind of put it up on the wall and left it alone. Just when you have a plane coming every, 1 to 3 weeks, or every 3 to 4 weeks, when you got a new plane coming, it's kind of hard to go back and fly some of these other planes that you have, because you've always got something else that you have to fly first, which is a new video for your channel, which is a maiden of something. It's eventually you have to stop buying planes for a couple of months just so you can get caught up on the ones that you haven't done yet.
Yeah, because when I got to where I could fly planes, I would buy anything. I would buy everything. And my buddy
Yep.
said you got to quit buying new planes. You got to learn how to fly your old planes well first, and it kind of sunk in,
It does.
that-
It makes sense, doesn't it?
Yep.
It does. Like, I have plenty of planes right now, you guys. I got enough planes to last me, the rest of my life.
But then you get caught up in wanting to make videos that are kind of fresh, and
That's the
I don't
problem.
know.
That's
Yeah,
the
so-
problem.
But I never
That's where the
really.
problem becomes. It's not that I want all these planes, you guys. It's that I want to do reviews on all these planes. I want to do my review, and then trust me, at the end there will be my favorites. Like the Tiger Cat is definitely one of my favorite planes. I will never get rid of that plane.
The Raptor, you won't get rid of.
The Freewing, the Raptor, the Freewing Raptor. You would never get rid of that thing.
Don't ever
the
get rid
F1
of your Freewing F-15 either, because your friend custom painted that for you.
Yeah, my F-15's actually been custom painted and dirtied up, and it looks great. I actually would like to go and do the panel lines on that thing next, just to darken up the panel lines. You know what I mean? Get them all, a little darker. That plane will look nice when it's done. I'm actually probably going to enter that one into the Motion RC thing there. Their paint scheme competition. Not that it's a re-rendering, but it looks nice, all dirtied up. And once I get the panel lines done, it should look pretty nice. It'll be nice enough to throw in the competition at least.
Yeah, I usually add paint to most every plane that I have. Some of my warbirds, I've got them so well camouflaged, I'll lose them when they fly in front of trees.
That's the hard part about some of the paint schemes on these planes. It's hard to see them.
Yeah.
Mr. Jermaine Spencer, thank you for that. $20 super chat, you guys, from Mr. Jermaine.
Did you see what Lee Davidson just said to you, Battle? Bitgo just sent him one of the Detram radios to review. And he said you should ask for one to review it.
Well, I probably could. Oh, Pilot Ryan's in here. What's up, Mr. Pilot Ryan? How you doing, man? I'm just now looking down at the chat that Eric told me to go.
Bleedso's in here.
I'm totally fucking getting demonetized for this one, Ryan. There's no way they're gonna let this one go. Because the GB's in the background. So yeah, my wife's having fun over there drinking and watching and listening to her music. So, and then we're gonna go bowling, and I'm gonna absolutely demolish her ass because she's buzzed.
Dana's RC. Jeff in Lower Alabama is actually doing a live now right before Kenny Hangar 51 on Thursday. So even if you can't see his videos, he does do his live.
Yeah, I kind of warmed the bus up for Kenny so that it's ready to roll.
Well, you kind of kick him onto the bus and get him away from what's distracting him.
Yeah.
Yeah, Vax, that's how it starts. It's like when you first learn that you can fly just about any plane, and then you start buying up all the planes that you've liked all your life. You're like, oh, I want to fly a Mustang. Oh, I want to fly, a P-47, or a stall plane or a certain EDF or anything. And it's a vicious circle. You keep buying them. And
it is. It really is. I mean, I have one of the nicest P-51s on the market right now, and that's the E-Flight one. I absolutely love that plane. A lot of people have a hard time with landing it. You just gotta be like, you just gotta fluff it, guys. You gotta fluff it a bit. You know what I mean? You can't be coming down all.
Well, and they took what they learned with that P-51, and they applied it and updated it a little bit for that new Focke-Wulf they have.
Yeah, that's what Marshall does. He does that well. He's a fluffer. He fluffs those planes up really well and stuff. Yeah, gets them going.
Into a fence even. Into a fence even with the P-47.
P-47, another one. I tell you what, man. Before I learned how to start using the flaps with my warbirds, man, my landings were atrocious. And then all of a sudden I realized, hey, man, those flaps actually work a certain way to help the plane land. You know what I mean? And then once I learned the flaps with those warbirds, man, it's grease lightning, man. Grease lightning. And I come in on a dead stick too, you guys. I do not come in with power. My plane is at a complete dead stick when I come in. So you get one shot. You get one shot to grease it. And when you put yourself in that mind state that I have to get it right this time, or it's over. There's no punch in the throttle. You're gonna tweak it and roll it over. You just kind of get good with it. That's probably one of the better things that.
Look what Robert just said, Dave.
What's that?
Remember when you launched your MiG at Kyle? I think that's what he's referring to.
It sure is, bro. Sure is, man. Basically, I have my landings on a switch too, so I just point the plane where I want it, and then I hit a switch. It lands itself, man. I can't tell you my secrets. It's just I just hit a switch and it lands by itself.
Lee, did it turn into confetti and hopefully it didn't hurt your truck? He crashed the Meteor into his truck yesterday, he said.
Yeah, it's like I watched Lee's
That's not the
Lee's
landing strip,
movies,
dude.
and he has the worst luck, it seems, with at times and stuff, man.
Yeah.
Hey, but you got to give him credit, man. He puts the videos out there. You can watch it.
I know, right?
You know,
Yeah.
you can laugh with him and stuff, and then he fixes them and flies them
He
again.
flies a lot
and,
too.
Yep.
When I crash a
he's
plane,
out there
and
in
I
the
look at
snow and the
camera
cold.
I meant to do that. I meant to do that. I was tired of this plane. I meant to do that.
So, you know, that kind of reminds me. He kind of flies like I do, except for I won't go out in the cold to fly or anything like that. But I think that's pretty neat.
We can always do the pilot Ryan too. It was the electronics. It was the electronics. It was the electronics. Not my fault.
Or the make a grown man cry video.
Hey, we've all made mistakes, man, and Pilot Ryan made very few of them because we see all his videos when he flies. So he does a great job.
He's just lucky that airframe that Flightline has with that Corsair is tough. Otherwise, that plane would have been smoked.
So what I find myself doing is if I make a mistake, if I do something wrong, I will never make that mistake again. Every time I make a new mistake, it's always a new mistake. It's always something that I did differently or a new mistake that was completely different from the last one that caused me to mess up on this one. And I have to say, I've been pretty fortunate, you guys. I haven't lost a lot of planes. I got all of my crashing out of the way back when I was learning how to fly. I think the last biggest crash that I had was losing control, losing signal to the Stinger 90, which was horrific, man. That was awful, man. That was probably one of the most awful things that I dealt with. And then going and looking for the plane afterwards, I found it. I got frostbite on my finger. My hand was all frostbitten. Yeah, not a good time, man. Not a fun time. But I know now I will never make that mistake again. I will always make sure that tactic radio is at a 5.6 to a 5.8 before I take off with anything. If it's anything less than 5.6 voltage when I take off, I'm not taking off. I know that. I've got that in my head. It's sunk in. Made that mistake once. I will not make that mistake again. So, I mean, we're creatures of habit, you guys. Humans are creatures of habit.
So,
and
Jeff,
in this hobby, you can't be that way. You have to learn from your mistakes.
So Kenny is blinded by how pretty your background is. Is that a picture or is that just one of the free ones?
That's just one of Skype's. I meant to take it off for the show, but you know I was busy. You know I was doing other stuff before we started getting ready for the show, and I just didn't have time, and I didn't want to do it at last minute without testing it. So, you know, it's just stuff. It's just one of the Skype backgrounds.
And you can they have those backgrounds, but you can also import pictures. That's why you guys had seen me with my logo in the past, and why I have this B-2 taken off from Ellsworth going to bomb people in Iraq. So,
yeah. But I don't know. I just put it up. I don't know. I mean, it's just something different. Yeah, it looks like Europe. That's what I thought when I saw this.
It kind of does. It kind of reminds me of like European, like Belgium or like
something Germany or
very German,
or maybe
that's
even
cool. I like it. That would be an awesome place to have for like a studio. That'd be an awesome studio to have.
Yeah, too much natural light, but it looks all right.
You got to set up a corner where you have like the wall or windows blacked out. You know what I mean? That way you have a corner where you have no light coming through, and you can actually set up one of those corners. That would look nice. I like the old school kind of like. Oh, that's one of those fucking giant spiders over that they have. Oh yeah, those things are not fun. You got to check your boots every day for those things, man. I swear to God, you will knock one of those out. Eventually, one day you will hit your boot like this, and something will come out of your boot.
That one in this picture is as big as my hand.
Yeah, you should have put like an apple next to it or an orange.
Oh, that one's dead. My platoon sergeant pulled a whole bottle of that permethrin insecticide on it.
Oh my God.
And it had hair on it this long that was longer than its legs.
That's a camel spider, ain't it?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, those things are big.
Big.
They chase you
like,
too.
I'm telling you, like the size of an apple.
Fast too.
Like,
They're fast.
They're fast and they chase you.
Yeah, I
There's
think
They do
more
chase
than
you.
one time we were in a bunker taking rockets and everybody didn't care about the rockets incoming. We got chased out of the bunker because of those suckers.
Screw the rockets, they're spiders. Run.
Well, they're fast
Oh,
and they're
man.
actually pretty vicious.
Yeah, I've
they're
never
fast.
seen a spider run after a human being before. It was crazy. I had a spider jump at me once. That scared the piss out of me, man. I actually caught it in a bag. I had a Ziploc baggie, and I'm walking towards it, and it's on the wall. And I just got the baggie in front of my face like this, and I'm just gonna grab the thing off the wall, Ziploc it, and take it out, you know. And that son of a bitch tried jumping at my face, man. And I had that baggie in front of my face like this, and he jumped right into the bag. I was like, oh my God, he was trying to go for my face. That damn thing was trying to jump for my fucking face. He was gonna grab my face and bite my face. Oh my God, man. That was probably the craziest shit, man. I took that thing outside, man. That was a spider I was glad to get rid of, man. Get out of here. Ooh, that scared me, man. I almost shit myself when he jumped off that wall at me. And then I found out, I actually looked it up online. It's actually a northeastern jumping spider. And they're actually quite smart. They'll actually, if you throw them out of your house, they'll be determined to find a way back in. And they will. They'll actually eventually get back in your house. They're actually a very, very intelligent spider. You guys can look it up. Northeastern jumping spider. They're very intelligent spiders, apparently.
So, what questions you guys got for Jeff? So, Keith Christie, if you're on base taking incoming and you're getting chased by a camel spider, how are you gonna unload your ammo on it? Even though I was on base and had my full combat load.
He has to be put in the position where one's chasing him first, and then we'll see what your reaction is.
I had to carry a full combat load.
You're gonna drop your gun. It's gonna be, oh shit, right?
With one mag in the gun and one in the round on base, and I still was not allowed to shoot on base.
No, you're not allowed to shoot your rifles on base, dude. And there are bases over there, you guys. There are sections that you're not allowed to fire your weapons in. You're actually not even supposed to be loaded up at that time. They actually have an area that has like bulletproof sides and like walls in the ceiling. It's an outside thing. It's like a big outside, like kind of metal roof and everything. And that's where you actually load up all your weapons and stuff. And you guys do it all together in that area. Yeah, you're not allowed to have live ammunition. It's kind of like basic training. You're not to have live ammo. I think the officers are allowed to carry their sidearm with ammo in it, but that's about it, you guys. You don't have ammo inside of your. It's not like Vietnam. You don't have ammo inside of your room.
I did where I was at, but
I mean, you
because
have
we
ammo
got
inside
shot
your
at
room,
every
but
day.
your gun's not loaded and cocked and ready to go. The SUVs that I used to drive, there was a loaded M4 in the or M16, M4, whatever it was, M4.
So,
a weapon I could get to if I needed it. This is my weapon, but
so you're wanting to go bowling. What else you want to talk about tonight, Jeff?
there are many like it, but not like this one. This one is mine. I did it wrong.
When I fly at the field, it takes me anywhere from 30. Someone asked about how long it takes to get to the field. It takes about like 32 minutes to 40, depending on how if I get behind somebody slow, it takes a while to pass. But I've been going the back road where I normally don't have to pass anybody, and I can just chill and relax, and it just makes it nice and smooth instead of going the faster way.
It takes about a half hour for you to get to your flying field.
Yes.
Yeah. 5 minutes to get to the one that I normally go to, and then if I go to the AMA club, guys, it's like about 35 to 45 minutes away. Sometimes it can be an hour, like you said. Depends on if you get stuck behind some asshole that wants to go 25 miles an hour the whole time. Typically, we don't have too much of that here, but everybody speeds around here, man. I think per capita, we got the largest amount of speeding tickets per capita than anyone else in the United States. They love to pass out speeding tickets in this state. I mean, you could have a trunk full of fucking drugs, and they're gonna give you a speeding ticket. They don't care about the drugs in your trunk. They're gonna give you a speeding ticket.
Yeah, I have to go through 3 small towns, and I don't speed, you know. So I mean, it's just it's a relaxing drive. You get there, and you're nice and relaxed, and you know.
Oh, it's
ready,
crazy here, man.
ready to have
Everybody's
fun.
speeds. And then what happens is, as long as that person that's leading the pack is going 60 and a 50, everybody in that line is going 60 and a 50. You know what I mean? So what happens is when the cop, if a cop has the whole line going 60, some cops will actually go ahead of the whole line and stop 3 or 4 cars and go through them one at a time, and he'll give them tickets. He'll actually stop, 3 or 4 people, 4 or 5 people, and then most cops, they just go for the lead guy. So whoever was the person in the front of the line, they get the ticket. So all the other people in the back, they know that if they're just following traffic, is what it's called here, they're just keeping up with traffic, that the first guy is always going to take the fall for everybody speed breaking the speed limit. So that's the way it works up here. That's the way they do it. If you're the first person in line and you're the one speeding, you're the one getting the ticket. If you drag race somebody here, don't win because they always go for the winner. If you lose, you get out. If you win the race, they come and get you. I guess their logic and thinking is if your car's faster, you have more money. I don't know. I don't get it. I don't understand the logic. Oh, you just won that race back there. Yeah, that's why you pulled me over. I know. I get it. I know how it works here. You guys never pull over the loser. You always go after the winner. Won a great race. That was a great drag race. Now you're going to pay $250 for a speeding ticket. What time is it, you guys?
So we've been 6 minutes over an hour. So any last
Okay,
questions
Eric,
you guys have for Jeff? He's
wanna,
on Thursday nights before Hangar 51, the marathon man.
Yeah, I've come on at 7. I'm going to start coming on a few minutes early, than 7. But I'm just going to say 7.
That's
Jermaine Spencer and George Watts. Thank you again for the super chats tonight. We definitely appreciate
7
it.
Central Time, right, Jeff?
Yeah, so that'd be 8 Eastern.
Okay.
Yep.
So make sure you guys check out Jeff. Make sure you guys go check out his YouTube channel. He's an awesome pilot, you guys. He actually flies really well. He's a better pilot than me. You can tell he's got his stick time in.
Dave, how long have you been flying?
7 years.
Okay, I thought you'd just started kind of,
I did.
Not that long ago.
Yeah, so wait a minute. No, maybe I'm lying. 2016.
Yeah, so I mean, you actually haven't been flying that long, man. You do a good job of flying.
So like 4 or 5 years. So yeah, I exaggerated a little bit there.
Yeah.
So it's like 4 or 5 years. Yeah. 2016 is when I started the YouTube channel, and I had started flying. When I started the YouTube channel was probably, I don't know, about 2 months, 3 months after I started flying. So yeah,
shoot,
probably about a solid 4 years.
Yeah, I mean, but everybody's still learning. Heck, I don't care how long you've been flying. I know I can do things, better, smoother, and fly, keep working on different things. Like I can fly inverted with just about all my planes, but I don't do it on video because I'm kind of superstitious about doing it on a video.
Yeah, you think if you get arrogant or cocky, then your luck's gonna run out eventually. I know. I'm the same way. That's why I'm always careful in my videos, you guys. I always run the same pattern, left-hand pattern. Sometimes I'll try different things though.
Yeah, I mean,
just depends.
It's not bad to get out of your comfort zone, but at the same time, if you don't want to crash either, sometimes being in your comfort zone's better.
Yep, exactly. But Jeff, yeah, you fly really well, man. I've watched a lot of your videos, man, and you definitely got your way around your sticks, man. So that's
reckon that's true. Dave doesn't know how to fly a plane slow, including his Carbon Z Cub.
Slow? What is that? Can you please define this word slow you speak of?
I told him with that Cub he could just barely put the flaps down and have any throttle on. I'll just literally crawl in the air, and he still was 50+% on the throttle when he flew it.
I don't know. When I bought both my radios, for some reason, there's only a minimum and a maximum.
On or off?
No, it's just on off. Yep. Just minimum and maximum. There is no in between on my radio. I don't know. You guys must have special radios that give you different throttle positions, but mine's either off or on. That's it. It's all or nothing. I have gotten a little bit better with flying slow. It takes a little bit of courage to actually just kind of slow that plane down and see when she starts getting tippy on you. It takes a little bit of courage to do that. Now, some planes you cut the throttle and they just fall forward, which is some of the better planes. The Arrow's Viper, probably one of the best little small planes that you can buy, guys, to fly. That is a great plane to learn on. And if you crash it, it's so simple to just put the pieces back together and your plane's together and you're good to go again to fly again. Runs on 3S. You can run it on 4S, I've heard, but if it says that it runs on 3S, I usually don't push the limit. ESCs will cook. They will fry. And the last thing that you want to do is fry an ESC in your plane, because then you lose everything at that point.
Yeah, I've done that a couple times.
Yep. I haven't really burnt an ESC out. Well, I got lucky. I flew the plane when I landed it, got it home, went to plug it up again, and the ESC wasn't working. So it must have happened like as I landed, the ESC could put it on me. I actually remember having to go out and get the plane because it wouldn't throttle up anymore. I actually fried the thing as I was landing, or got lucky that the control surfaces, because like I said, I dead stick all my landings, so it probably fried. I cut the throttle, landed it, and the thing was already fried, but I still had, ailerons and other, but I had no go juice, it wasn't going nowhere. Eric, you want to give the rundown of the
sure.
Of the
So
shows this week?
Friday nights you have Dave's RC with me, and sometimes we have cool people on like Jeff in Lower Alabama tonight.
Jeff, thank you for showing up, man. Thank you for being here.
Saturday nights you have Pilot Ryan Media. A lot of times he's got Bobby Comida, aka Bobby the Builder, on the show with him. And a lot of times, especially when the weather gets better, you'll see RC Informer either do a live Saturday in the middle of the day or Sunday. And then David yourself has started doing a live every Sunday evening. And he's actually got a giveaway going on, so if you want to be in that giveaway, go check his channel out. He's giving.
We love channels that give stuff away, guys.
Monday nights you have Air Marshal, which for me it's at 6 p.m. Mountain Time, but it's 8 p.m. Eastern Time. And then you have
Air Marshal,
Guniac and Nate Kugel on after that at for me it's 8:15 Mountain or 10:15 Eastern Time.
And Eric, I just want to pause right there just for a second. You're right, dude. Nate does have a potty mouth, dude. That kid's got a worse mouth than I do. I thought I was bad about dropping F-bombs and swearing. Nate, he's got me beat by a long shot. His swear jar, he should have 2 swear jars. Anyways, Eric, go ahead.
So that's Monday nights. Tuesday nights you've got Flight Club with Jeff Custom RC with Raven Rock RC, Machine. He keeps changing it.
Jeff's Custom RC. Love you, bro.
AKA Skippy himself, because he eats a lot of Skippy peanut butter.
I've never seen somebody eat so much peanut butter in my life. He just sits there from the start of the show to the end of the show.
Well, if you're diabetic, though, it's a good way to get calories and protein without a bunch of sugar. Wednesday
He eats a lot of it, too.
Wednesday nights, you've got Mr. Hamilton's Hangar. For me, it's been at 6:15 p.m. Eastern Time. It's usually at like 6 to 6:15 Mountain, which is like 8 to 8:15 East Time. And then
Hamilton, we love you.
And then after that, you've got GB Linden.
GB, love you too.
On Thursday nights, now you've got Mr. Jeff in Lower Alabama. And then after, And then after that, you have Mr. Bus Driver Thunderstruck Hangar 51.
You've been thunderstruck.
The Firefly.
The Firefly.
Before we go, any questions for Jeff, you guys?
Yeah, this is all about Jeff. This show's about Jeff tonight, you guys, promoting his channel.
Yeah.
Make sure you guys get over there and check it out, guys. Thumbs up, subscribe. Yeah. Trying to help build his channel. That's what the purpose of getting these guys on the channel is for, you guys, is to help them establish their channel. We all had to start out someplace, guys, and sometimes it's a little hard building a channel. So make sure you get over there and show Jeff some love.
Yep, I'd appreciate it. Thank you.
Anything else you want to share with us, Jeff?
No, just thank you. Thank you. It was fun. I had fun. You know, I mean, I enjoy everybody's live streams and everything. It's just sometimes if you don't see me when you're on later, it's because I had fallen asleep.
But you're also later time,
That's the one
too,
thing about an Army guy. An Army guy can fall asleep anywhere, any place, in any position, at any given time, period.
Yeah.
Period. And when I mean we can sleep standing up, we can sleep standing up.
Yeah, I've slept in many weird positions.
Yeah.
You learned that in the Army, by the way.
It's a military thing, period. But I'm telling you, man, I have found myself falling asleep in some weird positions before, man. Waking up, I'm standing up, I'm like, But we appreciate you guys coming tonight. Thank you for all the super chats, you guys, the PayPals. Love every one of you guys. Make sure you guys join us here again next Friday. Make sure you guys join us tomorrow night. Pilot's Lounge, guys. Mr. Pilot Ryan. All of us Hanger Rats get together and we go have a good time at Pilot Ryan's. So make sure you guys show up there tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern or 9 p.m. Eastern time. I'm Dave. Dave's RC. My host, Shadow. Eric, Shadow Ops. And then we also have Jeff from Lower Alabama. You guys, make sure you guys go check his channel out. Show some love. Hit that sub. Hit the subscribe. Turn on notifications. We're out of here, guys. See you in the next one. Peace.